doing it for the love. DJ Self told me do it for the club. Before I could listen to what Self said, I heard what myself said. Now I got a buzz. Dudes gave away their X-Files and throwbacks. Maybe they could stop the made $1 million off coke rap. Or the N-word, maybe. Yo, quote that. Make school cool instead of using tools. Make these new dudes getting all the hype. Following the Kanye style jeans type. Understand that cause you popping on some sites doesn't mean you excite anybody or that you nice. We can look at your rhymes, then look at your life, and it just don't match. It don't matter if I'm right or if I'm wrong. My word is law. This is a mandate. These cats is holding hands on mandates. Last month I was needing a straight hit, a single for the party on some Red Cafe shit. Now they switch they whole tunes since the death of auto tunes. Like, yo, you got a joint that sounds like that J shit? They follow the leader, shot simmer say. Follow the leader, shot simmer say. Follow the leader, shot simmer say. Follow the leader, look.
All right, we're back with Professor Griff. We had to, let him get himself together and whatnot. Also, I want to make sure you guys, when you get a chance, make sure you check out my website, isiswisdom.com. Also, check out my hip-hop mag site, wordonthestreetsmag.com. I just put that in the chat room. We also have a new highly spiritual adept site you guys need to check out called divinelightbeings.ning.com. Make sure you go and you sign there so you can find out the information that Professor Griff is talking about tonight. Okay, Professor. So we're gonna go ahead and get right back into it because I know you was I know you had to get some things straight and everything. So yeah.
Listen, I didn't make this world the way it is. Jesus said I'm in the world. I'm not of it.
Yeah, that's real talk right there. That's real talk. Can you go ahead and finish picking up where you left off?
Yeah, where was I at? Let me see. We were talking about letting the Christians out there that are listening know that we're not being Christians. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're definitely not doing those that believe a particular doctrine, we're coming after the doctrine. That doctrine that's set up in your heart and in your mind. We coming after that, letting you know that you want to do battle on any stage, in the church, it don't make us no damn difference. The people in my circle, you understand? So we know and understand what the truth is and the truth behind how they came up with this character, this figure called Jesus, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed cat, which is actually a character by the name of Serapis. Go look up Reagan's Nicene Council lecture on YouTube. He shows you the pictures and where they stole it from and all. So all of this stuff is known. Why people still believe in this, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But be careful this Friday. Because when you bow into the evergreen tree with the cross around your neck, with the bleeding, bloody Jesus dude bleeding off the cross, no one understands that you're going through a ritual. You understand what I'm saying? Giving your money to these people, making these people, they're waxing fat off the people's slave labor. Are you following me?
Right.
People can't even pay their bills, but yet they're buying toys and presents and gifts that they can't even afford. Why do you think it's so imperative that you put lights on the house and lights on the tree? You see, the lights represent the sun worshipers. That goes back to Nimrod. Are you following me?
Right.
The real true history of where they stole this from, if you go and you watch the first part of Zeitgeist, the movie.
Right.
The first part where they deal with astrotheology.
Yeah.
It tells you how they came up with this Christmas mess, this merry mess, I call it. Study what Barashango talked about on European genocide and European holidays. Dr. Ishaka Musa Barashango. Maybe I said a little bit too fast because we got thick African tongues and a lot of people are like, who? Ishaka Musa Barashango. That's Isa, which is the true Jesus. Shaka, which is the Zulu warrior. Musa, which is Moses. Ishaka Musa Barashango. Mental genocide and European holidays. Put that in on YouTube in your search engine and tell me what you come up with. You see, it's hard to get mad at Griff. People bought my book, and I mentioned all of this in the 18th chapter of my book called Analytics. It's hard to get mad at me because I'm quoting the scholars. Are you following me?
Right.
None of it comes from me. These are the scholars. So if you want to take an issue up with Griff, I'm going to have to bring you back to the scholars. And this is just what it is. Let's move forward, sister.
Okay, now let's talk about the rituals. You said sports, like you were talking about the basketball, the football, all that is sports. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, real quick, and I'm not going to beat that point over the head. Real quick, let's just look at three sports games. Let's look at baseball. Baseball have how many innings?
I don't know. I don't watch baseball.
9 innings.
Nine innings. Yeah, I was gonna say 9.
9 innings. 9 holes in the body. 9 atoms in the body. 9 planets. You see, they use numbers, shapes, colors, frequencies, different than what we do. You see how all of this lines up? Are you following me?
Right.
Baseball is played with a dark bat or stick between your legs, which is a phallic symbol that they stole, which is called the Tekken, which they stole from ancient Egypt. Which is, by the way, Christians, it's not pagan. All right? It's not heathen, not pagan. All right? So they're standing with their legs open with a dark stick between their legs, and they're hitting a white ball. All of this science you can study from Dr. Frances Welsing in her book called The ISIS Papers, The Keys to the Colors. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, her book is called The ISIS Papers. Are you following?
Yeah, it's a good book. Yeah, it's a good book.
The 4 bases. If we only knew what the 4 bases represent, I could go into a little bit deeper, but let me just say this. Each base is square. You got 3 bases that are square. Home base is not necessarily square when you kind of, we'll break that down in a minute, but the square is 10-10. All of the cities, now, we're going to get a little bit deep. All of the cities were designed or are designed today in 2009 in squares. What is the city of 9 squares? The city of the 9 squares is New Haven, Connecticut. Why? Because in New Haven, Connecticut is the home of the Skull and Bones, Yale. Are you following me? Yale University. Is that a coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. Where else do we have 9 squares, Sister Isis? We have the 9 squares when you play tic-tac-toe. If you put 1 digit in each of the squares in tic-tac-toe, you come up with 666. City of the 9 squares, birthplace of the Skull and Bones, where they perform homosexual rituals inside of caskets and inside of tombs, masturbating, telling their sexual secrets. This is the origin of the homosexuality and the homosexual acts inside of hip-hop, because they get it from their forebearers in the Skull and Bones and other secret societies. This is why Puffy and other people got taken up the rear, because they're performing that homosexual ritual, which we're going to talk about a little bit later on. Let's get back to the sports. So we're talking about baseball. All right, we dealt with the squares, the 4 squares. We dealt with the magic square, which is the tic-tac-toe sign. We dealt with the city of the 9 squares. We know that Yale is the birthplace for the Skull and Bones. We know that they pick presidents and generals and presidents of corporations and this kind of thing from this particular secret society. They made movies from this particular, based on this particular secret society. Are you following me? George Bush and some other people in government are part of this particular secret society. Now let's talk about football. When you have the field on football, at the end of the field you have goal posts, which symbolizes white woman's legs at the end of each field. So when you kick the dark symbol through the white woman's legs, that symbolizes domination. Not only domination, but the phallic symbol going between the white woman's legs actually symbolizes the cheerleaders on every team, which you can hardly find a black cheerleader with the short skirts, letting brothers know that, yes, there was a woman after us, as Elijah Muhammad teaches us. He said in the last day, the last trick that the white man would use to get us, brother, would be his woman. And this brings us to Tiger Woods. I don't mean to skip to golf, but there's a black man standing, and a lot of white men, you see, the most prevalent white men play golf. The most richest, wealthiest white men play golf. They don't